there, Grado. Not a lot of light. Let's move you this way. Okay, hi. So we're continuing on. Will they find Travis's dog? Will they find Samson? What has happened to all these dogs? Where did they go? They can't just drive away on their own, can they? So let's see what happens today. Today we are on chapter 7, Trapped. Okay, have you ever felt trapped? Quarantine, has it made you feel trapped? Sometimes it makes me feel a little trapped. All right, are you ready? Here we go. Samson opened one eye, then the other. He was hungry. He must have slept a long time, but he felt stronger now. He eased himself off the rafters to the edge of the broken ceiling. Furniture lay scattered all over the floor, and the room of the room below him. Those men had tore down the stacks of chairs too. He couldn't get down that way anymore. For a long time he paced back and forth along the rafter. The dogs in the other room had been fed. Again they lay asleep on the filthy floor. Samson sniffed hopefully, but not one scrap of food had been left in the overturned bowls. Silently he returned to his perch. He would wait. Perhaps he'd take a nap. The wonderful smell of fish awoke him. He lay perfectly still, testing the air. Fresh fish, maybe an hour ago, on the other side of the house. He stood and stretched, getting each muscle ready for action. His stomach tightened and his nose quivered. He crept toward the broken ceiling above the empty room and listened. He heard nothing except the restless movements of sleeping dogs on the other side of the wall. On silent pause, he reached the hole and peered over the ragged rafters. Someone had thrown an old mattress against a chest. That's like a chest of drawers, like a dresser. They're called chest of drawers if they go up and down. Okay. Carefully, he measured the distance. Then hunger drove him beyond caution, and he leaped. He hit the mattress with his claws out and flexed. Oh, excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. I think I'm going to sneeze again. Hang on. And there should be one more. Okay. Hi. Sorry about that. Okay. He hit the mattress with his claws out and flexed. They caught in the fabric of the mattress and held until his weight began to pull him down. The rotten fabric tore in long gashes, slitting the mattress from top to bottom. Samson landed on the floor, breathless and unhurt. A dog barked uneasily in the next room, and Samson waited until quiet settled again. He padded cautiously out into the hall and stopped to sniff the air, whiskers quivering. Then he crossed the hall and entered the front room. It was deserted, and the front door was closed. A slight breeze ruffled his thick fur. Samson checked the windows. The top sash was lowered just enough to let in fresh air. The crack was too small for even a smaller cat to get through. So he ignored it and headed toward the source of the tantalizing odor. He paused at the kitchen door. The two men must have eaten the fish in there. Sorry, I'm not doing very well. But there wasn't even a scrap of garbage in the kitchen pail. Samson leapt from a kitchen chair to the table, then to the slanted counter. A dripping faucet provided him with a refreshing drink. When he had finished, he inspected the sagging cabinets. A few pats assured him that the cabinet doors had the same worn latches as Mrs. Walsack's. He used his swat at the bat routine on the first cabinet. Its door swung open and Samson slid inside. Nothing but stacks of canned goods. He thrust his large body through the stacks to reach the back and sent the first row of cans tumbling out of the cabinet. They hit the counter and rolled off. In the back room, the dogs began to bark ferociously. Samson scrambled to free himself of the rolling cans. He sideswiped the plastic 2-liter bottle of soda. It hit the floor and bounced twice. The barking rose to a frenzied panic. Annoyed, Samson screeched at the yelping dogs. Then he leapt down to the counter and swatted at another cabinet door. These shelves were full of flour, noodles, and cereal. In an effort to climb inside the crowded cabinet, Samson's claws caught in the paper bag of flour. He slipped and crashed down onto the counter, sliding sideways along its uneven surface. The bag of flour flipped over his head and hit the floor near the soda bottle. The cloud of flour rose into the air, and the loose cap flew off the bottle of already fizzing soda. Samson leapt frantically at the noise. He slid along the round top of the ancient refrigerator and fell. When his clawing front legs hit the handle, sorry, I'm going to start that again, okay? It's a lot to take in, the picture, yeah, of things coming out of the cabinet, the flour hitting the floor, the bottle's already there, the top comes off the fizzy bottle. It's making a huge mess in the kitchen, all right? The other cabinet had cans that rolled out, all right? Now he's on top of the refrigerator. He comes down off the refrigerator and he hits the handle of the refrigerator door. It's an old refrigerator. They used to have handles on them that would open the actual refrigerator up. Not like now where you just pull it. You had to actually turn the handle to get it to open. Anyway, let's continue. Sorry, that is not good. I should never see that. And neither should you. Unless we're playing peekaboo. Peek! Peek! All right. Samson leapt frantically at the noise. He slid along the round top of the ancient refrigerator and fell. When his clawing front legs hit the handle, he hung on until his weight pulled the handle down and dropped him to the floor. The refrigerator's latch had been weakened by age, and the door swung open by itself, revealing the contents of its rusty shelves. The sagging floor kept it from swinging shut again. Samson lost all interest in the mess behind him as he inspected the contents of the refrigerator. A fish was on a platter near the front. It came off easily. The spray from the soda bottle had stopped by the time he finished eating. He yawned and looked around to find a place to sleep off his meal. A basket of dirty laundry had been dropped beside the back door. He stepped lightly around the mess on the floor. When he reached the basket, he burrowed into the clothing. He was fast asleep in a matter of minutes. At the sound of a door opening, he lifted one battered ear, but nothing was going to force him out of his comfortable cocoon. The now familiar yipping and banging against the door of the dog's room didn't bother him in the least. But in one of the rooms down the hall, and block the door. Wait, let's try that again. Okay. Try again. Do. Rewind. Has this ever happened to you where you like stumble all of a sudden out of nowhere? Well, that's what's happening. All right. Are you ready? Here we go. Put that one in the room down the hall and block the door, Mark said. We won't take any chances with it. I still can't figure out where that pug went, Albert said. He started down the hall. I tell you, there was something funny about that. There was simply no way out of here. None that we know of, Mick said impatiently. He rubbed at his stained mustache and followed Albert down the hall. Don't make mountains out of molehills. We've heard that before, haven't we, in Humphrey, right? Albert dumped the sack on the floor and emptied the room. He froze when he saw the mattress. Mick! His voice rose, ending in a squeal. Mick! What's that now? Albert pointed at the ripped mattress, his fingers shaking. Look at that! Somebody's been in here with knives! Mick stared at the room. He walked across the floor and inspected the mattress carefully. It looked as if it had been slashed repeatedly with razor-sharp knives. Check the house, he ordered. Check every room. You check it, Albert said. You're the big guy. Mick looked at him in disgust. How I ever got hooked up with you, a wimp like that, I will never figure out. He pulled the gun from the holster under his arm. Here, will this put some backbone in you? Albert took the gun, and Mick ripped a leg off of an old chair. So he's taking the leg off for a weapon, yeah? You keep the safety on that gun until we see something, Mick warned. I don't want to be shot in the back. When Mick stopped short in the kitchen doorway, Albert lurched into him. The kitchen, he shrieked. Look! I'm looking, Mick said. Something or someone's been in here, that's for sure. What a mess! If they'd wanted something to eat, you'd think they'd just take it. This looks like the work of a crazy. Albert's voice sank into a whisper. Who'd think that a hick town like this would have crazies roaming the streets? Let's take the dogs and get out of here, Mick, tonight. No, Mick's voice held more anger than fear. Nobody's going to run me off. Get a flashlight and give me the gun. We'll check the attic. The attic? Albert's voice was shaky. Yeah, now get going. Mick pulled down the attic ladder. He climbed up and raised his head cautiously above the level of the floor. Albert closed his eyes, swallowed hard. There's nothing here, Mick said. Albert breathed a sigh of relief. Then he's done his work and gone. Mick backed down. Through locked doors? Panic returned to Albert's round blue eyes. If he is not, and he's still here? Maybe not, Mick shrugged. We'll take turns on watch tonight. If there is someone here, he can't stay still forever. Clean up this mess and let's hit the sack. That means go to bed. I'll take the first watch. Albert started to push the ladder back up. Mick stopped him. Leave it down, he said. If someone climbs the ladder tonight, he'll get stuck up there. Then we'll get him. It took a while to clean the kitchen. When Albert finished, he found that Mick had set up a cot in the empty room. "No way," Albert said, backing away. "I'm not sleeping in there. That pug clean disappeared from there. And the mattress has razor marks in it. No way." "Fine," Mick said. "I can watch the stairs from here. You sleep on the couch." "Sleep in the front room alone?" "Alone," Mick snapped. Albert went back to the front room, trailing a blanket behind him. He looked back once, but Mick showed no signs of changing his mind. "Mick?" "What now?" "Can I have the gun?" "Take it if it makes you feel better." Albert took the gun and settled down in the couch. After a few minutes, he got up and turned off the lights. He clambered quickly back onto the couch and sat upright, staring into the darkness. Time ticked by, and the night noises diminished to a murmur. The house was quiet and still. In the front room, Albert tossed on the couch, drifting in and out of an uneasy sleep. In the empty room, Mick lay on a cot, eyes fixed on the ladder in the hallway, the flashlight in his hand. And in the kitchen, Samson crawled from underneath the clothing and stretched. I wonder what's going to happen next time. So, secret word for today. We're not going to have it every day, but some days, okay? Secret word for today is, are you ready? Secret password is intruder. All right, intruder. Okay, have a good day. Bye.